You've got it locked on to Prince George's Real Rock 94X. Time for another one of our killer artist interviews. This one probably one of the biggest ones we've had for you over the past 8 months or so here on 94X. We're speaking with Chris Henderson from 3 Doors Down. Chris, welcome to the show.
Hey, man, thanks for having me, brother.
Right on. Now, you guys are down in Detroit right now getting ready to play a show. Of course, on tour right now in support of the brand new album you just released. It's Not My Time, the first single from the brand new album. Actually, the fastest rising rock single on the charts over the past 6 years. So congratulations on that as well. That's a big thing to do with the way the music industry goes these days as well.
Oh, man, it's really exciting to just sit back and... Because now it's not under our control anymore. It's out to the masses, and it's just cool to sit back and just see what happens, you know.
Yeah, just be along for the ride, I guess, eh?
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, now on the last album you guys did, 17 Days, one of my favorite parts of that entire album was a song called Landing in London, where you guys teamed up with the legendary Bob Seger for a very cool collaboration. What was it like to work with Mr. Seger? It
was really cool, man. He's in a studio right beside us, and so we shared a lounge.
Oh,
cool. Not only did we work with him, we got to know him.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because we spent, I don't know, over the course of, we were there for 7 weeks. He was there for like 3 of them.
Wow.
So, man, we just got to know the guy and asked if he'd sing, and he said yeah. And his manager came in and said that Bob, Seger never, ever sings on anybody else's record. But the next day he was in the vocal booth singing on ours, so it was really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And his sound seems to mix with the sound that you guys put out very, very well. You guys almost complement each other perfectly, it seemed, on that song.
Yeah, you know what? It's really cool how that worked out. And when we knew he was going to sing, we all said to each other, well, if it doesn't work out, then, Brad just sings it. But then when we heard it, and out of respect for him, we weren't present when he did it. We let him go in on his own time when he was ready and sing, and then we got to hear it the next day. But, I mean, even just straight off the board without any EQ or anything, it was incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those epic songs, I think, that's going to have some staying power on rock stations for quite a while. I think it's going to be a classic.
Well, man, I hope so.
Yeah. Now, so with that collaboration, if you could go out on another album, like let's say your next album, you had a chance to pick an artist that you could collaborate with and do a tune with, who do you think it'd be?
I don't know, man. I think about that. I wouldn't mind working with, there's so many great artists that I'd love to work with, but wouldn't mind doing something with the boys from Metallica. That'd be pretty cool.
No doubt. You're a big fan of the guys from Metallica?
Huh?
So you got to be getting ready for that new album in September. You excited as the rest of us then?
I am excited.
Yeah, not going to lie, me too. I've been a member of MissionMetallica.com for the last little while, checking out all their riffs, so I'm with you on that one.
Well, that band changed my life, man,
Oh, really? Was that kind of the guys that got you into music?
No, but it was one of the bands that I really, truly loved. You know what I mean? Like, I really, truly loved that band for a long time.
Right,
and was able to follow all their songs and through their career, and I was able to meet him a couple times, which was really cool.
No doubt, yeah.
And then Bob Rock, got to meet him, and he's so legendary. And it's just the Metallica story and the history and everything about their legacy has just always been cool to me.
Yeah. The story behind Metallica is amazing because they started off as such nobodies. Like when we look back to some of their big albums, like Ride the Lightning, they were nobodies that had no money. So kind of cool that they are where they are today, and very cool that you got to meet them. I'm jealous.
Yeah, it was really strange how I got to meet James Hetfield was because, I wasn't introduced to him. We were playing a show in Austria, and I was literally on stage playing, and I looked over to where my guitars, we could call it Guitar World, but I looked over to my Guitar World, and there was James Hetfield looking down the neck of one of my guitars.
No way.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it, and then I couldn't wait for the song to get over because I didn't want him to leave. I figured that he would just walk away.
Yeah.
But they hung out, so I got to walk over in the middle of the show and shake his hand.
Oh,
wow.
And
then got to talk to him at length for a little bit. It was pretty cool, man.
Absolutely.
It was one of my better experiences.
Oh man, absolutely, that would be awesome. That's one of the I saw them when I was young, and that's one of the guys that I definitely want to chat with before I pass on as well. I'm going to take you on a little bit of a different side to our interview here. Back in 2003, you guys began hosting the annual 3 Doors Down and Friends benefit concert through your own charity, the Better Life Foundation. In 2006, you guys actually did a huge show down in the Mobile Convention Center where you helped out the Hurricane Katrina survivors as well. Is the foundation still going? And if it is, what projects are you guys working on, and how can our listeners get involved?
Yeah, there's actually a raffle of a motorcycle, a hand-built motorcycle from Roger and Bridget Bourget. which I own one too. They're great bikes, and they can go to the BetterLifeFoundation.org and then get any information they want to get on the bike and see what's going on with it right now. And we're in the process of planning the new concert, which will be December, I want to say 16th, but I could be a couple days off.
Okay, but if people keep up to date on your website, they can find out exactly when that's going down, eh?
Right.
Yeah, right on. Janelle, I wanted to ask you, too, we're up here in Prince George, BC, Canada, by the way. I didn't tell you that right off the top of things. So we're up in the north, and I saw an interview. I've been a fan of you guys since way back when I first heard Kryptonite back in 2000. I saw an interview on Much Music around the time when Kryptonite was lighting up the rock charts out there, and you guys proclaimed your love for Canadian-made beer because of its taste and its potency. I got to know, have you guys continued your relationship with our brews from the north up here?
Yeah, man, and it's Grasshopper is the one I like the best, and then Granville Island, the wheat beer at the brewery there is really great, and I think that, and this is no joke, I think Canadian beer is the best in the world.
We agree, and we love to drink it. So I think that's where our passion for making it comes from, because we love to drink it so much. You've been down to Granville Island, and have you done a tour of that brewery down there?
I haven't done a tour of the brewery. I can't get past the bar.
No. Well, I'll tell you what, man. If you guys come through Prince George, BC here, we actually have a local brewery called Pacific Western Brewery, and if you come through, I'll make sure you get a tour of the brewery for you and the band, and you can drink all the suds that you need out there as well.
Perfect.
Now, one last question before we let you go. You guys are out on tour right now with Stained Hinder and a band out of Vancouver actually called Jet Black Stare that we've just started to spin here on the X. How's the tour been going? What's it like going out on tour with the likes of Aaron Lewis from Stained and the newer rock from the guys from Hinder and Jet Black Stare?
It's really cool, man. The Jet Black Stare guys, I became really good friends with them. Because they're in a van and trailer, and I don't know if no one's ever ridden around the country in a van and trailer, every day. I mean, that's a tough gig, man.
Absolutely.
So I would let a couple of those guys ride the bus with me so they could get some sleep. You know? And so just a different couple of guys each night could get on the bus and take a little trip. And but they're just really cool guys. But they're actually not on the tour anymore. Their last show was the 27th, 3 days ago.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I had some misinformation there. Oh, that's too bad, actually. We're digging that new track that they just released to radio here not too long ago, so we'll be keeping an eye on them as well. They're pretty good on stage. How's their live show?
It's good stuff, man. That's a good live band, and the singer really sings well and has great stage presence. And the guitar players are incredible, man. Both incredible players.
Yeah,
and just became good friends just hanging out with them, you know, on the road, and just they're incredible dudes as well.
Right on. Well, hey, man, we're digging that new track, Train, that you've been throwing our way. We're actually going to throw that down right now here on 94X. Hey, have yourself a killer tour, and hopefully we can see you up here in the north sometime in the very near future. I'll make sure we get a pass to the brewery for you.
Absolutely. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Right on. Hey, have yourself a good one.
All right, buddy.